Good morning. Let's make some coffee. Paper. Oh, it's the weekend. Oh, yes, it is. That looks good, doesn't it? Now I learned a trick. I heard a trick, actually. This is really too rich. You can actually make a little more. You can kind of trick the system, I guess. I don't know if it's tricking the system as much as it's just making more coffee. But you can have more. This is what I use to fill up the water. I'm not sure if I can just push the button and stop it, or I'm not sure. Just gonna let it go. Look at how nice and rich it looks, though. This will be the second cup out of the same pod. The pod is this, or capsule, whatever you want to use it. I say pod. I'm getting real cool with the lingo, you know. This is that Hazelino. I'm actually going to taste it right out of here. Look at how dark. It does look pretty dark here. Because my thought was, well, does it taste the same? It tastes less, you know, less robust than the original cup of coffee. Yeah, this is definitely much more concentrated, obviously. This tastes good, though. Doesn't taste bad. So I'm going to put a little bit in there. Top off my coffee. And take you to, where do we usually go? The table. Oh, coffee's so good. Guys, it's early today. I got up super early this morning. as in 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Yeah, early. I think I want to do, let's do, I'm trying to think of which card deck I would like to do. Let's do the Divine Feminine deck. This deck is the 13 Moon Oracle card deck. This is a powerful deck. This is a great deck if you are really into divine feminine energies. This has 13 different archetypes and representative of different goddesses or goddess aspects or divine feminine leadership aspects. And this would be good if you are really into wanting to learn or go deeper into divine feminine energies, like deep. And because this will activate, these are powerful cards. They will activate, the archetypes will come into your life and work with you as mentors, as spiritual mentors, as spirit guides. It's like you're requesting them to come in and you're working with the cards with them. And the part of that that's tricky is you have to be able to and willing to receive their assistance and guidance. And you might not always like what they have to say because they're truthful. They're very upfront, straightforward, and they can really change things for you. And isn't that indeed what you want? It is. But the how and the way, the manner in which, it's not controlled by you as a human in your mind. It's really a collaborative effort between your mind, body, heart, and soul. That's the part that is a bit elusive to people when they're working with their intuition and embarking on this spiritual journey. Whichever evolution, whichever chapter you're on, you're always growing, learning, evolving. So these would be good if you had these. Do one a week. Do not even do one a day. That's a lot. Do one a week. Journal about them. Journal about the colors, the symbolism. Feel into the energy of the card because it's deeper than what it just looks on the surface. All right, so let's pull some cards for us today. I can work with a couple of them at a time. It's not that big of a deal to me anymore. It used to be a huge deal, rock my world kind of a thing. Now it's getting much easier. So just gonna feel into, let's have some. This is the time of year that I'm recording this. It's in December 2020. We're near the solstice energies. We're near the ending of the year energies. There's a lot here. So what is it that is most beneficial for us to know or be aware of as we step into this time of transition and change, shift, releasement, clearing, etc. All right. You guys, I could just feel these forever. There's so many here. Okay. There's definitely a sticker one. I can feel kind of a sticking. Yeah, okay. I can feel that coming. Ooh, this is intense. Hey, hello. This is the primal goddess. You notice the energy of fire. You noticed her crouched down close to the earth. You notice the energies of the other symbolism that's in this card, aside from the obvious, which is the color of the fire, which encompasses your solar plexus, your spirit chakra, your root chakra, rich red root, and the orange of the sacral chakra, the sacral fire, the womb space. This is the energy of the primal goddess. The primal goddess is connected to what is organic, what is natural. The primal goddess can help really rage energy forward to clear, to plow the way. Also, she brings out the how do I say this? The buried emotions or feelings, the unseen into the seen. So things that you may not want to face about a current situation, circumstance, or your life itself. The truths are here and available to you with the primal goddess's assistance, and isn't really best to have things out in the open. If you don't want to continue to live a life of an illusion, then you certainly will embrace the energies of the primal goddess. One of the gentler ways you can work with the primal goddess energy is to work with the element of fire and to work with the elements of nature, anything natural. So the trees, the rocks, the energy of the earth, the energy of water, the shells, etc. These kinds of symbols, these kinds of tools can help you work with the primal goddess. This is about getting back to basics. So as a clearer, this is a really good goddess to have working with you. So it's perfect for this time of year to clear out the old, really clear out the old, get real serious down to business about what really matters to you, because the primal goddess energy does get back to basics. What is at the core, what matters to you? It also works with alchemy on a lot of different levels, which basically means taking energy that could be foreseen as bad or negative, like anger, for example, can be transmuted or changed into something that's very well fueled, utilized to motivate, inspire you to create a new idea, to make a change, to get involved, to get active in your community, etc. This is definitely something that it's interesting to see her because it's kind of the last big push right now. I can feel that to clear out energy that you just really no longer need. I also am seeing the serpent's head here, and this energy of the serpent or the snake. That cobra energy is energy that's connected with the change, right? It's releasing the old or shedding the skin of the old. It's also connected very much with the Egyptian goddesses, like Isis, like Bast, like Sekhmet. There are many, many Egyptian goddesses that utilize this sacred symbol, as well as many other goddesses from many other lineages as well. All right, so some words you could work with here for your journaling pleasure would be creativity, passion, instinct, freedom, body wisdom, and aliveness. We like the body wisdom piece. So for me, I'm getting back to working more kindly with my body and honoring my body instead of pushing it to do things like exercise a certain way, exercise a certain amount, etc., etc. I've really been wanting to be more gentle with myself. And so that's been difficult for me because I'm very active. And this is bringing together the energies of body wisdom with aliveness. It doesn't say action. This is aliveness. And that can mean there's a lot of different ways to connect with that vibrational energy. Let's have some coffee here while we're feeling into this energy. The primal goddess. This is big. I fuel, I consume. Okay, let's get a totem. Let's get a totem animal with this one. Let me grab my totem deck. I have a new totem deck that I really like. Really simple totem deck. And I grabbed for us today. And I'm going to take the two totems that I have sitting up here on my countertop and add back in the cow and the deer, which are two totems I've been working with so very, very much. If you've been watching my vlogs on Fairy Grasshopper YouTube, or watch Bridgette Inspired on Instagram, if you've seen some of my posts. I actually did a painting of these two totems that I've been working with. Both the stag or the deer, but primarily the cow, and brought them into some art that I did. I haven't painted for a couple of years, and it was nice to really connect with energy in a different way. And it actually, you know what, it's all these colors. Let me grab it, actually. I'll grab my picture. It's not done. Like any artist would say, right? It's not done, but this is my picture. It depicts the cow. You can kind of see the face of the cow here and the nose and such. And then the antlers for the... Yeah, it's the same kind of colors. Interesting, isn't it? I just painted that yesterday. So, see how things come together, my friends. All right, so now here we're going to use this deck. It's actually called Animal Spirit Knowledge Cards. Animal Spirit Knowledge Cards. I'll put a link below to this deck and to our 13 Moon Oracle cards, which is what this was. All right, so let's feel into here. Let's get an accompanying card to help with this energy. There's a lot in this deck that want to come through. I can feel, there we go. I can feel them literally all wanting to come forward to help, which makes sense because it helps to kind of calm this energy a little bit so that it's palatable to us, because change and the fire and all this passionate energy can seem very overwhelming. It definitely can. So, all right, so let's see what this one is here. Interesting. This is a pelican. This is a pelican. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm noticing like this energy of the moon right here. Here and here. I feel this moon energy and eclipse energy and cycle energy is what I feel. I feel change here with this. Now, I've never gotten this card. I've never looked at this one. So the pelican is about wisdom, focus, self-sacrifice, and nurture. Okay, so one story of the pelican relates that the bird pierced her breast with her beak in order to feel her babies with her blood. Oh, to feed her babies. What? That is weirdly strange. Okay, so she wanted to feed her babies with her blood. Okay, this is interesting. In Christianity, the trait of self-sacrifice is likened to that of Christ's. So pelican particularly digest their food and regurgitate it for their young, embodying the symbolism of nurture. Their huge heads can hold large amounts of fish, symbolizing holding and imparting large amounts of wisdom. In ancient Egypt, pelicans were depicted on the walls of tombs as protectors. They were also sacred to Judaism. Okay, so this is kind of shocking to me, like the imagery of this, and my mind is like, ooh, shocking to me. It reminds me of like a nursing mother and someone nursing for the first time or breastfeeding their children for the first time, their babies, right? How it can be very sore and trying for the body, and the skin can be so delicate and cracked and painful. And yet this imagery is like, it like takes it a step further. It's like this, this like life source energy, this connection between the mother and the child, or the elder passing along this sacred life, pure life energy that is shocking to me. Like to literally think about blood and then the comparison to Christ. For those who work with Christianity, this might be something that's very powerful, especially as we are, as I mentioned, this is Christmas week. This is Christmas week. Yes, it is. So the pelican brings wisdom, focus, self-sacrifice, and nurture energy. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This feels to me shocking. This feels very powerful in the imagery, right? This, for many, also has that same, invokes that same energy. So while I am more comfortable with this than I am with the description here, in the comparison to Christ and Christianity, it goes to show that like there are these two things are saying very similar things, and yet I'm relating to this one and not as much this one. This is really, I almost feel like I don't like this. I don't like this. The way this is described, I don't like it. The imagery, I'm okay with the imagery. I'm okay with the moon energy. I'm okay with the coloring. I'm okay with the different phases or cycles, and that maybe is the point for me, is to have a reaction, to have a response, to have it invoke something dramatically different in me through this simple imagery and description. versus this one. Look at where I'm at. Two different, completely different places, but very similar energies. Do you see? Like, this isn't shocking to me, but this is. Like, that's so strange how I've come almost full circle to this place, because before, this card was hard for me to handle or manage, whereas any reference to Christianity or Christ, etc., I was fine with, okay with. So now it's like, I'm not really feeling that whole storyline per se. I'm much more identifying with this storyline, which is that ancient ancestral lineage energy of the goddess. So one is not right and one is not wrong. It's not that at all. It's just I'm feeling myself and the energy and emotions that are coming up from within me. So what I will do with this is I will journal about this, and I'll invite you to do the same, to have your own expression and connection, and to take this information and use it with it what you will for your days as you're moving ahead. And it really feels like there's a lot of support for clearing. There's a lot of getting down to the basics and getting down to what really matters, that life source energy, that blood. What is in your blood? What is running through your veins? What is at the core of you? And blood, like as in bloodlines, like that feels very powerful. It feels deep, you guys. It's not light and fluffy. It's deep. So let's have a little sip of coffee here. Take a breath with me. Yes. All right, let's do one more. Just to round it out. And use this Kyle Gray deck. Get some grounding for us. We can't just leave it at this. This is very deep. Let's do something to bring it together. I'm feeling like 7 or 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can't even push these together right now. Very interesting how this is. Let's see. 2, 3. Oh, there we go. There goes one flying right out. Interesting. The drum. The drum. This looks like a compass. Helps to chart our way and find our bearings, even with these 2 cards here. But the drum is the energy of the heartbeat, your heart. And the energy of the drum sets the pace and the rhythm. Dream and journey. Okay, interesting. So this would be like a shaman. This would be connected to like a shaman journey. Doing a shaman journey. A journey is a form of sort of a meditation. And working with totems would be very much in alignment with this. The drum, though, the beat of the earth, the heartbeat of the earth, your heartbeat, your rhythm. Feeling the drum beat, it sets the tone, sets the rhythm, sets the cadence. This, again, also we've got energies of the different cycles, the different phases. This could be a clock energy or a clock metaphor for you. It could be a finding your bearings, a compass metaphor for you. Whatever it means for you is what it means for you. Interesting how we have 2 circles here. Now, all of the cards in this deck do not just have a circular shape like this at all. You've seen other ones. So the fact that there's 2 circles here is very, to me, it's very metaphoric. So if you take these 2 circles and you'd overlap them, you would create a Vesica Pisces, which is the overlapping circle. And at the center, it's like the universe. It's this sacred portal energy. And there's reference to the Vesica Pisces actually in Christianity as well. So you can look that up if you're interested in that. But I feel like this is all connected. This is wholeness. This is balance. This is the whole, the all. This is not separation. This is understanding the intersections and how energies work together to provide us with portals, with opportunities, with a rhythm, a cycle, a pattern that is natural for us, a cadence. It will set the tone for us, which is important as we exit 1 year and we're burning away what is no longer serving us, and we are moving ahead with all the wisdom, like the pelican's beak, all the wisdom that we've learned along this way, but we're not bringing with us any of the trauma or the tragic energies. And yet that constant beat, that always there for you, that steady pace of the heartbeat for you, the rhythm of life, nature, and the earth energies, to continue to just always be there, steady and stable, present for you as we move forward into a new year and a new life experience for all of us. So this is Bridgette. Thank you so much for watching. If you're here on Fairy Grasshopper, don't forget before you leave to make sure you subscribe to the Fairy Grasshopper channel so you never miss a new vlog. Right now I've been vlogging a lot of vlogs. I really feel that desire to be with you during this time of change so I can show you how it works for someone like me who is a psychic. I am a psychic. I am a life coach. And how do I navigate or move through things, the energies of things day to day to day? And how do I use tools like cards? Very simple. It's very simple to use them. You just have to use them. And tools like journals and rocks, stones, crystals, things like that. I think it really helps to be able to see that this is how I do it. It's not hard. You just have to do it. So thanks so much for being here. I look forward to connecting with you on social media at Bridgette Inspired on Instagram and Bridgette Inspired on Facebook.